This hate's coming right from the heart. So, to those of my viewers who watch me on Twitch and all sorts, know this about me, that I work with Meta. Yes, Meta. Um, I am one of their brand ambassadors and demo experts. So, if they have events where they want me showing off some of the new tech, I'm the one who's gonna have it. I'm the one who can show you it. I'm the one who can, explain everything you want to know about the headset. In regards to that, I've been able to see some stuff that was within production prior to its release, about a couple months out, like the Quest 3S when it was first being announced. Or first being developed, I was made aware of that, and they're like, hey, look, you're going to want to learn and study about it, because once we drop it, people are going to probably be coming up to you to know about it. They've sent me to events to show it off and tech expos and all sorts. It's a really fun job. Well, I would say it's a fun job through and through if it wasn't for the fact that my own boss lied to me about how long I'm going to have this job. So the program itself was a seasonal temporary program that would reoccur every season. The thing is, the duration of it was apparently, according to my boss, going up until February, right? I get an email today saying, sorry, today's the last weekend you guys are going to be operating as our team. And of course, I was pissed off because, hey, you said this program would be going up until February. It's really strange that you're cutting it off early on, and then I was given no warning. What's even more annoying, too, is that I continually asked him, hey, I really want to know about the longevity of the program after the holidays, because of course its primary goal is hitting the holidays with a hard stop and running off with it, because it is a very good time to sell headsets. And with that, he kept giving me very, very shady answers, being like, oh, I'll get back to you on that. Oh, I'll get back to you on that. I asked him 3 separate times, and verbatim, his statement was, I'll first have to check with somebody else's name. I'm not going to be dropping names. Once I get that, I'll get back to you. That was the first time. The second time, he says, still haven't heard anything back from such and such. Remember, placeholder for the names. But from what I've heard, we're going up until about February or March. Okay, so right then and there, I'm like, okay, that gives me time to look and line up a new job. A job that I can either, one, make a smooth transition with, or two, I just leave because the benefits would be better. And then the third response was, hey, just want to follow up with, this was me asking, hey, I just want to follow up with this. Do we have an update on the longevity or how long this program is lasting? I really need to make sure I can line up a job so that I'm not left in a gap. And he tells me, still haven't heard anything yet. We'll get back to you soon. Period. I took it with a grain of salt. I'm like, all right, sure, we'll just wait. And then I get an email today saying, hey, join this meeting because it's going to be explaining how you return all your gear. And we're really sad this is the end of the program, but we'll see you guys hopefully in the next season. They didn't even guarantee us spots either, which really upsets me because I have been one of their top performers. I had I wasn't like an insane their demo and sales rep, but I was very good at what I did. People really were curious about the headset in my region. I feel like I would help them very much so much to the point where the Best Buy that I would work at, we work as Meta representatives that get placed in stores, and in my case they placed me in a Best Buy and then they sent me where else ever they wanted me to show off the headsets and all the new tech. In this case, I was one of the higher volume selling for headsets. I wasn't like the top dog, but I wasn't by any means bad. I would like to say I was somewhere in like the top 10% of our sales team or our demo team, and I think it was a team of about maybe a couple hundred. So I felt good in knowing that I do my job well and I do my job as I'm supposed to. And there's no guarantee for any of us into the next cycle of program, which really annoys me because I liked working with this job because it opened up some funny stuff and I saw some pretty cool tech that I technically cannot explain on what I saw, but being able to see what Meta is cooking in terms of their technology and stuff and what they're trying to put out for VR headsets, for augmented reality and all that, it's really cool. But for me to get fucked on by my boss like that, look, everybody else involved, like the higher ups and all that, sure, I get it. You guys, they're busy. But from my boss directly telling me, hey, yeah, we should, don't say, especially in regards when I'm saying I need to make sure I can line up another job if need be. Don't make up a number because that fucked me over hard. Thankfully, I had connections to the people who worked at the Best Buy, so I more than likely will be operating with them or maybe another company. We'll just see. I'm still lining stuff up. But it really, really, really upsets me. It's like, when I'm explicitly saying this is for the sake of making sure I either need to find a job right now, or I can kind of like take my time and look for a job and try out with a bunch of candidates to see if I can find something that's a better step up, or, you know, maybe it's equal, so I just make it a nice smooth transition and everything's fine. But no, my boss decided to pull a number out of his ass that I decided to believe him for some reason on, and now I'm in a fucking scrambling position because he wanted to fucking lie, and it pisses me off. Maybe it wasn't out of ill intent, but it still had ill results, and it pisses me the fuck off. And not even to mention that, in regards to us returning our equipment, so they send us a bunch of headsets, a bunch of Ray-Bans and all that to try to have customers demo. And in that case, I'm like, okay, so it makes sense. Obviously, we return all that tech once the program's over. They tell us today we're going to be getting an email, and tomorrow you better have it in. If not, they're going to hold your check, which is so fucking stupid because I'm still scheduled to work tomorrow. So within me working, I'm technically supposed to go to FedEx, do all this bullshit, and pay for boxes. I have to fucking pay out of pocket for the boxes to ship them, mind you. They just give me the labels, which I'm like, no. I was smart and kept my boxes, so I'm just gonna have them print the label onto the box that they came into. And it's not that big of a deal for me. It's just kind of annoying that they alluded to us paying for that. They're like, yeah, just make sure you guys have a box that's big enough, and if you guys don't, you guys can kind of figure out the situation like with getting it shipped, because we can't just ship it within the little case itself, is because like. So they send us these, like, they'll send us these kits. I have like 4 of these. This is a Quest 3S, I think. Yeah, this is the 3S. So they'll send us these kits, right? And they just like, it'll be in a box. But the thing is, also in my case, they were always unannounced and going to the wrong address. I used to live with some roommates, and they would continuously go there for some reason. I don't know why. Also, I guess I could provide some credentials. I'm not going to show my name, but that's my badge. I know anybody could just print a badge, but this is actually my badge. So yeah, like, you know, I was like, okay, that makes sense. I'll return my products. I don't have an issue with that. But the fact that they gave us 1 day to return, I think it's like they gave us 1 day to return about like, okay, so there's something called a casting kit, which lets us. So they gave us a single day to send back a casting kit. For some reason, also I was sent a lot of headsets. I have 2 Quest 2s, a Quest 3, a Ray-Ban, and an iPhone for some reason. And then I have the casting kit. That's all the stuff that was sent to me. Apparently, most people are only carrying like 2 or 3 items, which is really strange. Regardless, I'm supposed to send all of that, and then if it doesn't get there by Friday, my check gets held, even if I send it. So it's just like, oh, okay. That's really annoying, but okay. And then, I mean, in terms of the actual hardware itself, they've already had like so many break. They really don't care if they're broken. They just want them back, which makes sense. It's just this whole program has kind of been shaky from the start, and the only reason I stuck with it is because it was a nice weekend gig, and it, you know, just an extra check helping out and all that. Like, it wasn't anything bad. It's just now circumstances have changed, and now they kind of fucked me over because they put me in a hard place because my boss decided to lie. So fuck you, and like, don't pull a fucking number out of your ass or a date out of your ass, because that really will squeeze people in a position, especially when you're their boss. They're gonna believe what you say to a degree because, well, you're their boss. So don't fucking lie to them next time. What a dickhead. But either way, buy from like anything that isn't Meta. What's Meta's competitor? Fucking HTC. Buy your headsets from HTC, I think, or like Index. I don't know. Deuces.